about a bit. Get out now, time's wasted. There's no reward for hesitating.
Okay, hey guys, I don't know if you've seen this yet, probably, but there's a big buzz going on YouTube right now about some big changes that are being made because of COPPA, right? Now, I've been checking out some videos to try to find out more information, and I'm finding opinions all the way from YouTube wants everything to be child safe, and anything that isn't is going to be deleted, and your channel's going to be deleted off of YouTube, all the way down to any content that has puppets and toys and animation in it needs to be marked safe for kids regardless of the content. Right, so I'm like, seriously? Because, you know, I don't know if you've seen any of my material, but like cartoons with Mr. Miggles, he cusses and stuff, and then I got puppets with boners, right? And I'm supposed to make that safe for kids. That seems like I'm going to be put on some kind of watch list or something if I do that, right? So I looked into it myself and did a lot of reading on it. And it is not all about making everything on YouTube SpongeBob and Paw Patrol, right? It has nothing to do with making everything child safe. What it is YouTube collects information from you. We all know this, right? That's why you get personalized ads. That's why you get recommended videos. The whole time you're on YouTube, YouTube is collecting information about you. I don't think anybody's surprised about that. You know what I mean? Fucking Google collects info on you. Everybody knows this, right? Well, the problem is, it's illegal for them to do that with kids. They're not allowed to collect information from kids. This has been law since like before 2000. And I think just the nature of the internet being what it is, it's been really hard to regulate and enforce that. So YouTube has been collecting information from kids, right? So the idea is they want to know what content is made for kids. Then they won't collect information on those videos, right? There won't be personalized ads and other actually pretty big changes. Now, that part doesn't really affect me because I'm not monetized in any way. I'm still just underground YouTube, just out here doing it because I enjoy stirring the pot. Other people, though, are going to suffer because of this, especially people who make content specifically for kids and use YouTube as a career. There's a lot of people out here these days who this is what they do, right? This is how they make their money. And ad revenue is a big part of that. So no more customized ads. And apparently there's going to be other changes that really affect people who are monetized that I didn't really go into too much because, like I said, I'm not. But that's the big deal. Right? They want to make sure that they're not collecting information from kids. So, it looks like it doesn't affect me, right? Well, it actually does. Because the language of it is a little bit vague. It's talking about content that's directed at kids and content that is appealing to kids. Right? So, back to my videos. Cartoons with Mr. Miggles is a really good example. Like I said, it's not a kids program, even though it's puppets and cartoons, right? It's actually supposed to be a parody of like kids shows, you know, like the Howdy Doody show or whatever, you know, kind of like Krusty the Clown from The Simpsons, right? It's not a kids show, but it's a parody of one. He's supposed to be a kids show, but he's smoking and drinking and cussing, and I think he shoots people on some episodes. You know what I mean? It's a parody. But the problem is, it'd be easy for them to say, okay, yeah, you didn't make it for kids, but you made it appealing to kids. Right? And how am I supposed to argue with that? Right? First of all, the thumbnail is a puppet, and it says Cartoons with Mr. Miggles is the title, and he plays a cartoon, right? It is appealing to kids. So, but am I supposed to mark it as safe for kids, right? Because it isn't. And like I said, my other content with puppets and stuff is even less safe for kids, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do, you do have to do a lot of changes. I've marked my channel as not safe for kids. I never make content for kids. But that's not enough, because these puppet videos are still going to be appealing to kids, right? And I could get in trouble for that. There's actually substantial fines from the FCC if they determine that your content is actually geared towards kids or appealing to kids, and you didn't mark it as such. But I'm not going to mark my content as safe for kids, this kind of thing. So what I did was I made my whole channel not safe for kids, and I never make things for kids. And I'm going through already and changing videos like the cartoons with Mr. Miggles, like the puppets with boners stuff, as age restricted to 18 and older. Now I know that's going to probably affect some of my viewers. I'm really sorry, but at the same time I got to cover my own ass here. Because see, I'm among the people who has that dilemma that, I mean, if I do mark some of this stuff as safe for kids and made for kids, I'm probably going to get in trouble for that later on down the road, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I have to admit that the certain stuff is appealing to kids. So, got a lot of work to do in my settings to do all of this, because I have like 12 years worth of videos on here, you know what I mean? And if you've been following my stuff at all, you know I'm already having a love-hate relationship with YouTube, and so I really don't want to attract any too much more attention on myself, especially legal attention from the federal government. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time changing my settings, and from now on I'm going to, do that ahead of time. And would advise other people out there to do the same kind of thing. It's the legal language, like I said, is the deal. Because who's to determine what is appealing to kids? But at the same time, how am I supposed to argue like puppets and cartoons aren't appealing to kids, right? So, once again, just don't, first of all, panic. That's a lot of people are panicking about this right now. Like I said, some people are saying that your channel is going to be deleted if you have stuff that's not safe for kids. It's nothing like that. Look into it. It really is about they're not allowed to collect information from kids. And so videos that are geared towards kids have to be set in such a way where they can't collect information or won't collect information from them, you know what I mean? And so if it's determined that you are making content and you're not claiming that it's made for kids, but it really is directed towards kids, then YouTube is going to be collecting information from kids on it, and then they're going to get in trouble, and they're going to, of course, push it off on you. So that's really the whole deal with the whole COPPA thing. It's nothing about babyfying YouTube and things like that, but if you're like me, you could get caught in the crossfire with certain content. And so check into it, scrutinize your content, and anybody who doesn't get a chance to watch cartoons with Mr. Miggles anymore because you're not 18, I'm really sorry. But like I said, gotta do what I gotta do. So I'm gonna get out of here and I guess get started on more of that. So take it easy.